Sleepy. I'm coming to you live from some random hotel, Rome. Actually, I got an opportunity to come to the city. One that I thought I would get, I think last year around this time. No, maybe it was last January. I think it was last January. Um, because last year around this time I was only here for a bit, so I don't think I thought I was coming to Italy. Yeah, I think it was in January. Excuse me, but anyway, that happened, and I feel like there was a little synchronicity somewhere, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, I went to the one art gallery uh, on I think a basement level. They had some pieces of a Roman amphitheater, and now here I am. So anyway, I'm just gonna pull a few cards, and we're gonna see what's up. Dreamland at the cut. What? The Dreamland with the Six of Wands. Love that. Also, the angle is what it is. The lighting is what it is. You know, it is what it is. That did not shuffle at all. And we're just going to see what's up. I am trying to stay awake in solidarity with my friend. Um, so let's just see what's up. I kind of want to pull before and after judgment. And the Ace of Swords and the Star. Judgment, the Ace of Swords and the Star. And then the Eight of Pentacles is behind the Star. Cool. Excuse me. I feel like this is a lot closer to when I usually go live. Oh, the Lover. Okay. I thought Judgment had flipped right back over. Something else flipped over inside. I'm going to take the cards before and after. Excuse me, the Four of Swords. And the Lover. I think that was it. What is this for? I don't know. This is general. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, don't. We've been seeing the pages. The Page of Wands was the first fire card for the magician, the first responder magician. I believe the Page of Pentacles, because it was fire and air, and then there was water, and then the water was the Five of Cups. The Page of Pentacles was the earth. For the magician of the graveyard, excuse me, now this Page of Cups is here. This is almost giving me turtle crossing the road today. Like this fish needs to go somewhere, but it needs to go somewhere that this body of water like won't take it. And so it's asking this Page of Cups if it will take it somewhere else. Judgment is at the top of the deck. I wanted to move the cards and it revealed itself. Because judgment is here, it does give this a testing type energy. And the only way I could imagine, or I guess I should say like low hanging fruit, the closest to mind thing is that it's wherever the Page of Cups takes this fish, there's some kind of judgment related to it. Interesting. So the lever came out on its side. Ooh, it's in between the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. We'll turn it up right. What's interesting though is in both the Two of Cups and the Lover, there are two people in these angel wings, one of the lion, one of the angel. But in the Queen of Pentacles, it's her in the pentacle. I don't know. It's almost giving like urn energy. Like it's the Queen of Pentacles and the remains of the cremated remains of another person of Pentacles. And because of the mountain in the back giving me ash. So, like, again, it's like a volcano that had erupted, but the lava is now cool. So the land is like extra fertile from the volcanic rock or whatever. Um, whatever the ashes of this thing, it's like it didn't necessarily build the Queen of Pentacles' like kingdom and wealth and stuff, but it definitely like encouraged her in some way, shape, form, or capacity. But it's also feeling like it's time to kind of sort of like let it go. So, like, if it's an urn, there's like a period of time of grief. There was a period of grief where, where's my camera? There it is. There's a period of grief where um, it's like the Queen of Pentacles was holding on to something. The grief, though, like grounded the Queen of Pentacles in a way or motivated her. But now that she's finished grieving, it's like it's time to release the ashes. Before and after the Four of Swords, we have the Chariot and the Queen of Cups. Oh, and then there's the Four of Swords. Oh, look, laid it to rest. Cool. Yeah. Two of Cups, Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. The feminine queens are on the table. Queens of feminine receptive elements. The elements of earth and water. I said earth, but my brain thought I said fire for a second. There was the thing about where the Page of Cups was taking that fish, and then I see the water. Oops, the water on this Queen of Cups. So in the Two of Cups, there was the caduceus with the Lion of Judah question mark between these two. In the Chariot, it feels like that is represented as this, like a staff with an orb on top and the wings on the side of the staff. The Chariot here doesn't have reins for the Sphinxes. It moves things forward through sheer willpower. But this, again, because of the Two of Cups, it's the will of like more than an individual. Or it's not necessarily a combined effort. But there's an amplification or a magnification of some things will. And then the Queen of Cups, she's giving me High Priestess. She is a, well, then there's the High Priestess at the cut. Okay, cool. But that was the whole thing with the Judgment and the Page of Cups, because it's almost like the Page of Cups doesn't speak fish, and the fish doesn't speak Page of Cups. And so they rely on nonverbal communication um, to get to accomplish something. And it feels like it's an intuitive test with this Judgment because, again, it's like it's about getting the fish where the fish wants to go. And then the High Priestess there, it's like, yeah, because she is the major arcana intuition, the High Priestess and the Magician. Interesting combination. I want one more of these. I would love to like conclude this. And then who was that? The Six of Swords. But it didn't flip all the way. So I'm not taking it. Oop. That was the Six of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck now is the Star. Wasn't it Judgment, Ace of Swords, and the Star at the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Swords is still behind the Star. The Ace of Swords was kind of a major player last time with that Great Cloud that was like all beat up or whatever. The Six of Wands fell out on top of the Queen of Cups. So, having successfully gotten this fish where it is that the fish wanted to go, having successfully listened to our intuition as our intuition told us whatever it is we needed to know about wherever it is that that fish was going. The fish could be like something related to lunar eclipse Pisces that we just had. Because there was something, I don't remember, but I remember that there was something going on with the lunar eclipse Pisces that would carry over into the day of the solar eclipse Libra. It feels like that fish. What is that bird in the tree? I don't have a Rider Waite Smith deck, so I'm just like, why is this bird up here? I don't think I've ever noticed a bird in the tree. Um, it feels like the fish comes from these waters, but somehow found itself like on Earth or in the cup of the Page of Cups. We have the Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands before and after the Nine of Pentacles. This is fire, earth, and water. The air on the table. Oh, and the Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and then the Star. Well, the Star was at the bottom. I pulled it off the bottom, so that's why it looks like the Ace of Swords is on the bottom. This is interesting energy. Um, I'm looking at the bird and the Nine of Pentacles that, yeah, it is a bird. It almost didn't quite look like it. The bird that's perched on the hand of the person in the Nine of Pentacles. And again, it's like a third of the bird in the tree. It's like gold or yellow with like a red hat on. And then this is like this color. Um, the Lover of the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Chariot, the Four of Swords was about like that was the Queen of Pentacles laying that pinnacle to rest. And it doesn't mean with the Chariot, it doesn't mean that um, there is nothing that this queen takes forward with her from the past. Because again, it's like, it's not that the Queen of Pentacles' queendom, kingdom, is built upon whatever left the ash, but it was definitely like fundamental. So there is something to maintain, but also there is a need to continue moving forward in a way that is independent, I guess, of whatever this pinnacle represents. As the queen moves forward, then there will be things that, like new things, different things, other things that will come in, but the influence of whatever that pinnacle represents will remain. So then the Nine of Pentacles, it almost feel like, because the Nine of Pentacles is like pre Queen of Pentacles energy, they're like the same individual. Um, but there's something of the queen that the queen discovers within herself. Or maybe it was just as simple as like the queen always thought that maybe the queen does think that her kingdom is built upon um, whatever the pinnacle interrupted volcano represents. but in her, it's almost like she's giving something or someone else too much credit, especially to the point where she doesn't necessarily give herself the time or space to discover who she is on her own. Like, what is her power, you could say? What is hers versus what she inherits versus what's given to her? At the Nine of Pentacles, she finds it. And it feels like this Ace of Wands is a new vision that may bring up memories, right? So let's say that something didn't work out in the first row and someone doesn't, this is kind of heavy. Now I say it's heavy. Someone doesn't make it to see something. And then the Queen of Pentacles, now the Nine of Pentacles, that has discovered whatever about herself that she needs to discover. It's like now the thing can actually happen, but the person that it was supposed to happen with is no longer there. Which is why there's a little bit of like grief from the Five of Wands, even though from the Five of Cups, sorry, even though there is this Ace of Wands. It's like being able to finally pursue something, but it is bittersweet because of what was left behind. And then that's almost when the message of the Chariot comes back in terms of like the ways in which we never lose things or people. And then I guess in that sense, the star could be like someone watching from heaven, that energy. As this Queen of Pentacles now, like knowing herself move something forward or accomplishes something that she's always desired of doing and accomplishing. Again, maybe after that loss, she thought that she couldn't, but she can. And now the star energy, because again, like in the film of this Queen of Pentacles life, the star would be whoever or whatever was lost, almost from heaven, like saying like they were never meant to see on earth whatever is the Six of Wands is. Like even if it felt premature or was premature, they were never meant to see or experience something because of the journey of the Queen of Pentacles. But it's supposed to be like encouraging, you know? One of those, like, very much so, like, someone wants the Queen of Pentacles to be happy, even if they can't be the ones to make them happy in that way anymore. And then with the Six of Wands at the back of this Queen of Cups, like someone accomplished what it is that they were meant to accomplish, even if they're no longer here. Whoa. So, anyway, that was that apparently. The Nine of Swords. Oof. Ace of Pentacles, Nine Cups. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Oh, that's three aces. Ace of Swords with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck now. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups came out on its side, sort of sitting here on the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Which again, it almost feels like it just emphasizes the things that someone won't allow themselves to choose or do, or things about the Queen of Pentacles that she won't allow herself to see until she lays that thing to rest. Because it's almost like the energy of like, well, somebody else was always the business savvy one. And so if I want to start a business, like I don't have any business acumen or knowledge, so I can't do it because they were the one that was supposed to whatever. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands. This is like a lot of work went into something for a purpose and for a reason. I mean, it's just like grief. It's so weird. The thing that just came to my mind is a sunk cost. It's like time that you can't get back, energy and effort that once spent, like you don't get to get a refund, right? So if you've been waiting in line for something for like half an hour, that half an hour that you've waited is a sunk cost. You can't get that half hour back. But you can make the choice to either step out of line or continue to wait. It seems like a lot of people, some people, some people may go like, "Oh, well, we've already waited half an hour. We might as well continue to wait because we waited so long." But again, it's like the time that was waited, the time spent waiting is a sunk cost. You don't get it back. And it feels so weird to for this to almost like describe the time spent with whatever this pinnacle represents before it was cremated, before it was ash. I think too, like this is now there's almost like an energy of inheritance because the ace of like this pinnacle is handed, is given. It's almost like there's something that the queen of again, it's like it's not that that is the foundation of her kingdom queendom, but it was significant. And back to this like Two of Cups chariot, like the thing, the lessons that the Queen of Pentacles like keeps with her even when she lays something to rest. It's like all of that time spent wasn't for nothing. So if the other person was like the brains of the operation, the one that knew how to run business or whatever, it feels like in their time together, the Queen of Pentacles learned enough to either have resources or a network to run a business. It's a metaphor. I mean, I guess it could be literal, but it feels like the Queen of Pentacles knows enough to get like started or to be fairly well versed. Again, it's like one of those movies. Like, let's say that there's a couple and somebody's a chef and they would like cook together or something. And then the person is no longer there for whatever reason. And maybe this person like eats out all the time. Or they never cook because the act of cooking reminds them of who they've lost. But it's like towards the end of the film, the movie, the story, after the person like makes their peace, after they're finished grieving, however appropriate the way and amount of time. It's like when you see them later, it's like they're cooking in the kitchen, but like there's the ghost version of the person that's like still like they're helping them cook or whatever. And then the Nine of Cups is a dream. It feels like that dream is related to this Ace of Wands, something like being seen as possible. That was whatever that was. Interesting. I mean, I guess we all have those in some way. Maybe it's related to like dreams that we used to have that for one reason or another we've given up on or we think it won't happen. But it very well can. You never know. Life does some pretty crazy stuff sometimes, man. Also, I was gonna say it's Thanksgiving here, but it's not because it's not celebrated here. Today's Thursday, I guess. Happy Thanksgiving. US Thanksgiving. I know Canadian Thanksgiving was some time ago. I don't know how much time ago, but I know it was some time ago. Um, I don't know. It's just so there's a lot to be thankful for, of course. My friend was like, "Did you ever think you'd be in Rome?" And I was like, "Yeah, I thought I was gonna be in Rome like a year ago." But besides that, like we were eating dinner and we ordered like a pizza or however you pronounce it. I don't know. It's like a pizza. The little card says it was like before pizza became pizza, it was like the pre-pizza pizza. Judgment and the Nine of Swords. The predecessor. There you go. It was the predecessor to pizza, and I was like, I had a moment. I was like, wow, I'm like eating this in Rome with my best friend, with one of my best friends. I have several best friends, and they are all the best. um, and I didn't cry because that would have been like awkward, but it was very like touching, especially to be with the friend that I'm with, the one who like, because a lot of my best friends, like, there's a period where we've gotten to, I don't, I have a few best friends that I just like clicked with, and we've been like best friends since before we even knew each other. And I have fewer best friends that I've had to learn that had to learn me. And because we've learned each other, like it strengthens our friendship. But he's the one that I've had to learn the most. Four of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Nine of Wands. He's the one that I've had to learn the most. That's the Death of Wands. Oof. The Rebirth of Wands. Um, and as tempestuous and rocky as our friendship was, especially in its earlier speaking of Six of Cups, lol, especially in its earlier days, Ten of Wands, Six of Cups, lol. It was very much so this, very much so that time ago. But it never felt like a friendship that was worth giving up on, I guess. Even when very, very, very early in the friendship, it kind of did something like that. But I always knew or always felt that like that wasn't the moon and the Hierophant. That wasn't the way to go. And now I have so much appreciation for him and his presence in my life. Um, so anyway, trying to think. Nope, I'm gonna be gone before Aquarius season. Maybe. Because I remember the full moon Leos we spent together. Full moon Leo 2023. I had a great stay. I came to visit. Had a great stay. Full moon Leo 2023. A rent just thrown into the works all of a sudden. And then a year later, full moon Leo 2024. The year of whatever the last year was. I already forgot. I want to say rabbit, but it probably wasn't. Had two full moon Leos because we had the full moon Leo before the new moon in Aquarius, so before the Lunar New Year. Anyway, I spent uh, full moon Leo 2024 at his wedding, and that same like appreciation hit me then. Six of Pentacles. We've seen the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords. I don't know if I mentioned it. The Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Um, so I was like, oh, I wonder if like on the other side of that, like the new moon or new moon Aquarius opposing the full moon Leo. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna be here. Okay, final card. The Three of Wands on its side with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Hey, Holly, how you doing? I was thinking about Eve because I got like the margarita pizza thing, and I was like, I should get some wine to go with this. That may be my Thanksgiving meal. Oh, and then the High Priestess is there again. I feel like it's just that, like, you never know. As long as you keep on living, you never know what twist or turn life is gonna sort of like throw at you next. You never know what opportunities you're going to be given. You never know what's around the corner. Strength. Um, you just got to be strong enough to make it to tomorrow. And tomorrows aren't always easy. Or like today's, I guess, aren't always easy to the point where, sometimes tomorrow has more of a question mark on it. And sometimes we don't even know when we're out of tomorrows. Excuse me. But I guess that's why we have today's, right? The present moment. Anyway, it was just that energy of like, you never know how something is going to turn around or turn out. And also, as we move forward in life, but take the gifts and the lessons that we've been given with us, we never know how things will kind of like unfold. Like I feel like there's a very like trauma negative way that we're impacted by events. But it feels like there's also like a very beautiful way too. And we never know when one day we'll be walking down the street and there will be like flowers on the side of the road that have grown where something else has been buried. So, anyway, I hope you all have an amazing whatever whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. I hope that whatever you need along your path, journey, and what you find, I hope I get a good night's sleep. And I hope you well. Until next time. Thanks for stopping by, Holly. Goodbye. Yeah, I will hopefully do more tomorrow because, oof. Gotta sleep today. If I could end the video.